Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, parents out there in virtual land. Welcome to the English 9H virtual open house. My name is Mr. Donohue. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I wanted to let you know, first of all, that the kids and I have gotten off to, I think, a great start. We've been having some great conversations about our first book, Alice in Wonderland, which we're going to talk about in a minute here. They've really brought a great energy to the class. In a new way of learning, which is really commendable for all of them. They've adapted really well to, sitting behind the desk guards and wearing their masks, and the kids, when they're home, they've really adapted well to learning through a computer and having some conversations through computers, and they've really done a great job. So congratulations to all of them. I wanted to make sure I said that right in the very beginning. So our big theme for this year and our big exploration is through children's literature. And, in thinking about how I wanted to structure the class this year, I thought, it would be really fun to do a deep dive into this genre of storytelling. And here you see, these are the 5 class novels we're going to be exploring this year. And the kids have been doing a great job of staying on top of the reading, which is really, really important because it's going to drive our class discussions. And I think what they're starting to find with our first book, Alice in Wonderland, that these stories are really complex and they're really deep. And they're not just kids' stories. There's a lot going on there, that there's a lot to unpack, there's a lot to uncover. And these stories really explore children's fears, insecurities that maybe we carry with us for a long time. And the other thing that these stories do is that, these are really our first entry points as children into what stories are. And these are the things that show us what stories can be going forward. And these stories helped our future storytellers create what they're going to make for all of us to enjoy. So we're going to look at how these influenced other movies, other texts, other TV shows. And they're going to see that, Alice in Wonderland is a lot darker than Disney made it out to be. It's a lot darker than the newer movie with Johnny Depp made it out to be. Peter Pan is a lot darker than we all remember. They're going to see that Peter Pan is in fact the bad guy of the story. And I think it's going to be eye-opening for them. I think they're starting to see that now, and I think they're really starting to enjoy it. In terms of writing, we do employ a workshop model in my English classes. And what that means is we share all of our writing, myself included. Whenever we do writing pieces, I model my writing for the kids, and we all share it. And what that means is, because we're sharing it, it's a collective experience where we are able to grow through our writing. We put the writing up on the board. Everyone can see it. So one of the things I tell the kids is that if you are the kind of young person that gets embarrassed with having people see your writing, that's something that you're going to have to get over quickly, because one of the quickest ways to improve as a writer is to have other people critique your work. And, the other thing I tell them is that we're all making the same mistakes at this point in our lives. So there's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to be afraid of. We're going to put it up there. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to all get better together. And the other thing is that all writing, except for writing on tests, can be rewritten for a higher grade. I say that except for tests because, and the kids were kind of excited about this. There are no tests the way they're used to them. There's no multiple choice tests this year. All of our tests for the year are going to be done through writing. Every class novel, there's going to be a major writing piece. There's also going to be smaller writing pieces as the year goes along. And again, they can all be rewritten for higher grades, because writing is an art and you need to continually develop it. If you just write a piece one time and you ignore it, you're never going to get better. You have to continually work at it to get better. Canvas is our digital learning platform. It's similar to Blackboard, which is used in colleges, and I teach higher grades. I teach seniors and juniors, and that's what I use. So for my ease, I don't want to be switching between Canvas and Google Classroom. A number of teachers are also using Canvas this year. All students should have the Canvas app on their phones. That way they are notified when I post work or post announcements. We spent some time in class downloading that together, so they should all have it. We also spent some time in class working with the website, and I showed the kids how to access it on their computers, how to access it on their phones. That way they see where I post all the work. They see how to navigate it, how to download documents from it. They should be pretty well versed in how to navigate through that website. If they have any troubles, they know that they can ask me for help. There's a Canvas parent app on the phone also. If you'd like to follow the class, feel free to download the Canvas parent app. I believe I just need your email address, so my contact information will be at the end of this presentation. Just shoot me an email and I'll add you to the class, and you can follow along on your phone as well, so you can see when I'm posting homework and when I'm posting announcements. We'd be more than happy to have you guys join and follow along. We use Zoom for remote learning. That's what I'm using to record this now. Students should be present at all times. Their cameras are on. They've all been pretty good about that. We don't have any shy students. One of the things that they realize pretty quickly is that the way I work it is we have a shared Google Doc that we all work with our notes on. And as soon as all the kids are in class, we say hello. We have our first introductory conversation. I quickly switch the screen over to the shared Google Doc, and I don't see them again anymore. So whether their camera should be on, because no one's going to be seeing them anymore. If there are any technical issues, there's been a couple to start the year. They should email me as soon as they can, and we can get those handled right away. And we will do the best that we can to remedy whatever situations may arise. Our work submission policy. Work is expected to be turned in on time. I do allow a one-day grace period for half credit for homework. Essays are penalized 10 points per day. That may sound harsh, but the essays that we do are long-term essays. So they will have 2 weeks, 3 weeks to be working on these essays. We also do a lot of work on these essays in class. So by the time we get to submission day, there really shouldn't be any excuses for this essay to not be turned in. However, if there are any issues that come up, long-term illnesses, anything going on in the home, the students should just tell me, let me know something's going on and that they can't get the essay done in time. I am more than happy to extend extensions. I understand that this is a difficult time for a lot of people. I get it, and I'd be more than happy to extend more time for papers, but just let me know that you need more time. I don't need to know the specific reasons. I work on a system of trust in my class. Again, don't tell me the reason. I don't need it. Just say, listen, Mr. Donohue, I'm not gonna be able to get the paper done. Let me know a few days beforehand, and I'd be more than happy to give a couple of extra days. I'm expecting the students to be independent, mature, and accountable for their work. And finally, here's my contact information. You see my email address there. It can also be found on the district homepage. If you have any questions or concerns whatsoever, or if you feel that there's anything that I need to know, please do not hesitate to email me. You'll find that I email and respond to emails, up until 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night. Please don't hesitate. And the kids know that they can email me as well. My policy, though, with the kids, if they ever have any questions, my only rule is that they need to have a parent on the email as well. That way, you guys know that I'm emailing your son or daughter, at night, not just talking during the school day. I'm really looking forward to a great school year with the kids. I have to say that this is my favorite class of the day already. The conversations, I already said, we're having so much fun, and we're really unpacking a lot of really cool stuff about these stories already. And I'm really looking forward to the rest of the year. All right. You guys be safe. And I hope you guys all have a great school year as well. Take care.